Yeah, I dated that same big TikToker, and it's about time I come out and tell you guys what a terrible person he is and stop supporting him. I just want to say that I've been in entertainment for 11 years. A lot of you already know who I am, and I've never spoken publicly about anyone that I've dated. But I have to do this one because it involves lying, manipulation, STDs, putting women at risk, and racism, and not to mention misogyny. Reed and I met 6 months ago in August, but we only started dating the last 2 months. We broke up 2 weeks ago. He dumped me because he said I had trust issues. His whole career, he's always said that he's a good man, loyalty, integrity, morals, honor, all that. He preached it so hard, especially in the last 2 weeks since our breakup. 3 days ago, he was on Instagram Live, sad, singing sad songs that he wrote about our breakup, being all heartbroken and disheveled. Well, tonight we went to a drive-in theater with all of our TikTok friends, and he happened to show up. By some miracle of God, my car gets parked right behind his. But when I pulled up, I saw a second shadow in his passenger seat. Part 2 coming. Part 2. The whole TikTok crew went over to greet him, and they were shocked to see that there was a girl in the passenger seat. And we were all just like, what the hell? It's only been 2 weeks. That's so messed up. It's disrespectful. One of the guys didn't know that we were dating and mentioned that Reed had said that he met this girl on a dating app. And we were shocked because since day one, he's always preached against dating apps to me, to everyone on the internet, to our whole crew.
When I first entered the dating scene, dating apps existed, but I didn't use them. Like, it promotes weak men in a way.
This is when the hypocrisy and the lies started coming out. I hopped on Hinge and found him within 10 minutes. Then I was sent a TikTok that his ex-girlfriend made, referred to part 1. That's a video that I stitched. I remember him briefly mentioning this TikTok, saying it was just a crazy girl he hooked up with a couple times and she got obsessed with him and tried to cancel him. But something didn't seem right, so I messaged her on Instagram. I told her how he ghosted me and how he didn't believe in dating apps. Look what she said. Pause to read. He met her on Hinge. He met another girl that he cheated on her with on Hinge. And then I get into a group chat with the both of them. And this is when things get crazy. Part 3 coming. Part 3. Now we're in this group chat and we're comparing timelines and lies. After meeting Michelle, he decides to dump Paula, saying that his grandmother might have cancer. She didn't. After Michelle found that TikTok, she dumped Reed. The next few months, he starts working with a very big TikToker from the Philippines. You guys know who she is? I'll just call her Ashley. He and Ashley start liking each other and they start seriously talking. So about 3 months have passed and now we're in August. Reed randomly shows up to Michelle's place with a promise ring, asking her for a second chance, and she takes him back. So now he has a girlfriend, he's talking to Ashley, and then he meets me. Now we didn't date in August, but our flirty on-camera chemistry made viral videos like the Yakuza series. Michelle was really concerned because she was afraid that he would cheat on her with me. But he told her that I knew that he had a girlfriend. I didn't. He never said anything. But now that he has me, he doesn't need Ashley's following anymore, so he ended it with her, but saying, let's not close the book yet. So let's add Clout Chaser to his list of sins. Part 4 coming up. Part 4. Some of you are saying I'm just mad because I got dumped. I'm a big girl. I've been through breakups before. I can handle it. If this just involved me, it's fine. I can handle it. But this involves the people that I work with, the people I care about, and the mental and physical health of the girls he takes advantage of. So let me continue. So about a month after he shows up at her door, Michelle dumps him because of trust issues, of course. Now this is where my part comes in. Reed and I start dating around the end of December until the end of February. For the most part, it was fine, but for some reason, I couldn't bring myself to fully trust him. Nothing too crazy happened in our relationship. It wasn't until after we broke up that things started getting really crazy. One of our mutual friends told me that he once admitted to sleeping with over 100 women. And so I freaked out and I went to go get a full STD screening. And a few days later, the doctor's office calls me and tells me that I need to come in to see my test results. Part 5 is coming. Part 5? I'm gonna be honest, I didn't want to go public with this before because, people break up, they cheat, they lie, whatever, it happens. But what happened next really pushed me over the edge. I'm now rushing to a doctor's office, seething with rage, and I couldn't see straight. Chlamydia. He gave me chlamydia. Curable, thank God. But it gets worse. I remember a few months ago he was getting canceled for being misogynist by an account called You're Funny Uni. So I reached out to her and she puts me in touch with another girl that she knows Reed did wrong. Let's call her Penny. Penny told me that she and Reed hooked up from November to December and he treated her like a piece of meat and was pretty disrespectful. After Penny cut him off, she went and got tested and tested positive for chlamydia, so she calls him to let him know. This was January. I was with him in January. He responds with this, pause to read it. So he knew. He knew he had chlamydia. And he still slept with me and never said a single word about it. Part 6 coming. Part 6, let's go into some details. 60 seconds isn't enough for me to tell you how many lies he's told, so I uploaded a Google Drive with all the screenshots to my Twitter. Now, on to the other stuff. Listen, I grew up in Xbox lobbies, so I don't really get bothered by what people say. But I've had to check him so many times for saying the N-word, hard R, a lot. In fact, multiple people had to check him. He also always talked about how women are lesser and how fat people are disgusting. And honestly, I let these jokes slide because, like I said, I have thick skin and I don't really care, but I really truly feel like he believes these things that he says. But he kind of covers it up as a joke. In screenshots, you'll see how multiple people confirm that he says these things. And a part of me was hoping that I could guide him to do better. Part 7 coming up. Alright, part 7, let's wrap this up. Reed has always been so good at manipulating people into believing that it was their fault that he left. He's fooled all of his Choi fans into thinking he's this great righteous man with morals, integrity, and honor. And our friends believed it. He always told people that his biggest deal breaker was liars, because he hates liars. Then I realized he was just projecting. He's also a huge hypocrite. He told his ex that she was not allowed to drink with other men, but he was on my stream drinking with me while he was dating her. He also told his exes what they can and cannot wear and what pictures they can post because it couldn't be too revealing. I get that we as creators have online personas that we put up, but you cannot preach so hard about being righteous while turning around and hurting the women that gave you this platform. You use your numbers to meet women, take advantage of them, and then toss them to the side. You just so happen to have run into the wrong one this time. Reed, I know you're watching this right now, and I just want to let you know that instead of going around the internet trying to tell everyone that you're a good man, actually do it for once. Also, it's past your bedtime, Chaggy. It's about 6:30 a.m. and I just wanted to say that I didn't enjoy any of that. I mulled over it for about 2 days trying to figure out if it was worth posting about. But the whole STD thing really pushed it over the edge and I feel like I had to do it. But I didn't enjoy any of it at all because it felt like shooting one of your own in the back of the head. While going through all of our old stuff, I found myself wondering what was real and what was not. And I'm not gonna lie, it kind of messed with my head a little bit because a lot of it was very personal. Like the painting he got of me and my dad. I don't know if it was real or not. Now, I'm not saying that I'm heartbroken, because I'm not. I'm not saying that I still have feelings, because I don't. I'm just very curious, I guess, to know what was real. Oh well. Shogunai. Part 8, apparently. I know I sounded smug and cheeky in the last video because I thought I said all that I had to say and that was it. But it's 5 in the morning and the messages haven't stopped. Multiple women have been messaging me about their encounters with Choi. It's become emotionally draining to see how many people he's affected. We can add a total of 3 more people to his roster in August. But the stories are getting worse and worse and I don't know where I'm supposed to go with these anymore. This one's a 19-year-old girl. He always told us that he didn't have any sort of social media before TikTok. And he said that he never knew much about technology and never really cared. We made fun of him for it and called him an old man. Also not true. He used to go by his real name, Sam Choi, and was on some stuff and had a small podcast or whatever. We don't know who he really is, but we do know that he does not deserve a platform because he'll keep abusing women. I don't know if there's going to be a next part, but everything will be uploaded to the drive on my Twitter. Part 9. In the last video I said I was confused because I didn't know what was real or fake between me and him, and I was really sad about it. Never mind, we don't know her anymore, she's gone. Because this morning I woke up to multiple messages about him telling girls that he was single while he was with me, claiming that he doesn't date people that he works with, and saying that I was crazy whenever they asked about me. A mutual friend of ours sent me a text message between her and another TikTok creator recently. I was never sure if he cheated on me or not, but I think this makes it very clear. Also, he said that he was in the Navy, but he was only in for a year because they discharged him for some heart issues. But he told this girl, yeah, that's what you did? You were only in there for a year. That's basically basic training, you fucking squid. As for your apology, I could have eaten a bowl of alphabet soup and shat out a better one than that. How about you actually apologize on TikTok, your biggest platform, not just on Instagram? Anyways, I'm still getting a lot of messages from women who encountered Reed, and the Google Drive is constantly being updated. Also, thank you for all the overwhelming support that you guys have sent me. I love you. This is actually a really good question I was getting at a lot. I dated him because he was good at molding himself into what you would want, specifically you. That's why for a while I had a really hard time accepting what he did. I get all these messages from women saying that he treated them terribly, the way he spoke to them and whatever. We had never argued or anything. So when he randomly just up and left, I was super confused. But I guess now everything makes sense, right?
Leave me the fuck alone. Actually, I fucking hate everything in my fucking life. You don't know what the fuck I've been through. Please stop. Stop.
I'm gonna say it here, and you guys can fucking clip this if you want to. Here's what I'm calling. I'm gonna make a bet right now. Here's what I'm calling.
Okay.
He's gonna come back randomly in like a week or a couple weeks or whatever, a month or whatever, and he's going to claim that he really took a good look at himself and realized his wrongdoings, and he's changed now because he's gone to therapy and all that stuff. I can guarantee you he's gonna come back and be like, you know, I realized what I did was wrong, and I promise you, like, I've changed now. Who I was then is not who I am now. It's gonna be some really fucking like cliche shit.
Some like ex-boyfriend shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some toxic ex-boyfriend that never changes type of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Gina's a crazy bitch, huh? Do you have any idea the things she did?
That was your last lifeline. That was the last person in our group that actually believed you and wanted to help you. And now he realizes all your lies too. You had him lie to your fan base and whichever girl that you're seeing now. Your own brother. And everyone knows your apologies were absolute crap because you had your fan base help write them. Good lord, come on. And that pathetic apology that you made on your TikTok, we all know that it's crap because we know what you're doing behind the scenes. We know what you're saying about me behind the scenes. You're not remorseful at all. You're trying to save face. Do us all a favor, delete your TikTok. Don't ever come back as a content creator because the bridges have been burned and everyone in the industry knows now. Just bow out of this and save some face while you still can. And I hope you see how bad it hurts Saint to make these videos. I actually can't fault him for that one because we both agreed that we would not go public because, you know, like I keep my relationships private. So he has no fault there. So we didn't tell people we're together, but you know, we're also not supposed to tell random people that we're single so we can date them.